coming your way.
Live from the Hey Qween studios in Hollywood, California, it's Comedy Queens, starring Mikey Scott, Liz Glazer, with appearances by Lady Red Couture, Teddy Margas, and now please welcome your host, Jonny McGovern.
Oh, hey, Queens. That is the correct response. Thank you very much. Are you ready to have a good time tonight? Oh, it's going to be a gay old time tonight. Yes. This is Comedy Queens, which is Hey Qween showcase for the best up-and-coming LGBTQ plus comics who slay. Yes. Now make sure to put your phones on silent, and gay guys, put your grinder on silent. We do not need our lovely comedians up there telling you hilarious jokes, and then we start hearing broop, 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 which is one weird guy 50 feet away sending you a message that says, dick, question mark, dick, question mark, dick, question mark, dick, question mark, dick, question mark. With more question marks every time he does. Question, well, where's the dick? Where is the dick? We gay guys love sending each other dick pics. We love it. We love it. It's like a hand, it's like a hello. Like, there you go. There you go. I mean, it's us in our nature. Why can't we be classy like the lesbians? I mean, the lesbians aren't sitting around on Pussy Hunt, sending each other pictures of their clit, like, check out my clit. Check out my big clit. Look at my big floppy clit. Work that big clit, 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 work that big, work that big clit, work that big clit, work that big clit, work that big clit, work. Though that does sound good. So lesbians, there you go. Take that and run with it. Are y'all ready for some Comedy Queens? All right, let's get this show started. Lady Red, who is our first comedy queen?
Our first comedy queen hates the sun and heat, but lives in L.A. A former law professor, this smarty pants from New Jersey lezzes out to Bruce Springsteen and Katie Lang. Let's hear it for Liz Glazer.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you guys were all told to silence your phones. Recently, I was doing stand-up, and in the middle of my set, which was not going well, I was accidentally heckled by someone's phone. So in the middle of my set, someone's Siri went off on their phone and says, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that." And that actually got that kind of laugh. I didn't always do stand-up comedy. I used to be a law professor, which is the typical route to stand-up comedy. Generally speaking, you go to law school for 3 years, you practice for 2, teach for 9, get tenure, give it all up, and do stand-up. But when I did stand-up for the first time, I had been teaching property law for 7 years, and so I was used to talking in front of audiences about hilarious topics like adverse possession and the rule against perpetuities. Oh, you know the jokes. But when I did stand-up for the first time, it was the first time I was ever on stage as myself, and it was exhilarating. Like, it was the best night of my life. I feel like that night, when I remember it, was like having a professional orgasm, which was basically a regular orgasm, but I was 100% sure I was having it. This is what I look like when I'm coming. Fully clothed, microphone in hand, like Alice from the Brady Bunch. I'm here for the reboot. But yeah, so the orgasm joke is generally one for the ladies. I am a lesbian. I feel like at some point, thank you. I think at some point I got gay enough that I could just stop coming out. People were like, we're aware. And, but like, in some ways I feel like I'm a typical lesbian. Like, I have cats, I have 200, but like, I I think in other ways, I'm not. Like, I'm not good at sports. There, I said it. On television. I'm not good at sports. And lesbians are stereotypically good at sports, but I'm bad at sports. And I feel like I'm the worst kind of bad at sports because I look like I might be good at sports. And so what happens is I get drafted for teams to play sports and then kicked off of those teams for not knowing how to sports. I was on a basketball team for a season, and I got the ball once the entire season. I was so petrified I had no idea what to do with it. I just stood there for like a very awkward moment. I was so scared. And then I just passed the ball to the referee. So that's how I sports. But I was recently having a conversation with my landlord. And so here's my living situation. My landlords are a married couple. They're also lesbians. Incidentally, both of their names are Cat. And they have 2 cats. And I live there with my 2 cats. So my living situation currently is cat, 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 Liz. And I had a weird conversation with them, and I was a property lawyer for a while, so I know that the best way to air my grievance is on television. So, here's what happened. Okay, and it's another way that I feel like I'm different from other lesbians. So they're very good at sports. They're like 2 gym teachers. Just kidding. They're not. They're an actor and an actress. They're literally always home. So anyway, one of them actually teaches acting, and so at dinner one night, she was like telling me, she's like, Liz, nobody's gonna cast you. You gotta be writing your own material. And I was like, can we switch the topic to something more comfortable like dildos? And so I said to her, I was like, I'm in this new relationship. I think it's pretty serious. I think that it's time for me to get a new dildo. And so my landlord's like cooking dinner. She's like cooking pasta over here. I'm sitting at the table talking to her. And she looks over and she's like, get a new dildo? What are you talking about? And I was like, get a new dildo. What are you talking about? And she was like, Liz, you just take your old dildo, boil some water in a pot, and then you stick the dildo in the pot. And I immediately put down my fork, look around the kitchen, look over at the stove, and I'm like, which pot? And then she's like, in the middle of the sentence, she's like, oh my God, actually all of mine are dishwasher safe. I'm like, there's literally nothing safe in this entire kitchen. Do you get it from breathing? Also, I'm moving out. This is my 30 days notice. So, anyway, but then she goes in for her closing argument, okay? And she's like, well, Liz, you used to date guys. And I should just get this out of the way. I did used to date guys. I had a boyfriend many years ago for 3.5 years, which as a side note, sometimes people ask me, they're like, Liz, were you faking it? Which I think is such a funny question. I'm like, it was 3.5 years. Like, am I the Daniel Day-Lewis of heterosexuality? No, I wasn't faking it. Incidentally, Daniel Day-Lewis is married to his wife is a filmmaker, and they've been married for 23 years. And I just want the movie to come out so that then he can come out as gay. It's like, that's what I was doing the whole time. Anyway, okay, so I see you. So we're back in the dildo conversation, right? And so, she was like, Liz, you used to date guys, right? If you were to sleep with a guy, he can't get a new one for you. And so by analogy, you should carry over the dildo from relationship A to relationship B. And I was like, that's a horrible argument. I don't know sometimes if I'm more lesbian or anxious. At least that half the reason that I am a lesbian is that I can get a new one. Whenever I want to, I can get a new one. Like, if a guy came up to me and was like, hey, Liz, you want to have sex? I could use this penis. I don't know where it's been. But you know what? We could also, I could just get a new one for you. If that's possible, that's preferable. It is. If he can just get a new penis for you, while you're at it also, boil it in water. Thank you so much. I'm Liz.
Yes, yes, honey. Woo! I feel good, don't you? I feel good to be alive. I mean, I literally feel good to be alive because last night I thought I was going to be attacked. Oh, whoa, the one person who loves violence. Yeah! All right, so I was walking down a dark street on my way to my car, and I saw at the end of the street this guy like going through the trash. Okay, so then that's no big deal. Okay, I'm from New York. Digging through the trash is nothing to me. Okay, so I was continuing on, doing my thing. But as I'm getting closer, see, this guy's not just digging through the trash, but he's like kind of like yelling and kind of writhing around. And then I'm like, ooh, my guard starts to go up. I'm like, ooh, bitch, maybe this guy's homeless or is he crazy? So I'm getting a little bit scared. And then I have to say to myself, look, you cannot be scared. You are from New York. You're not like some kind of LA pussy, okay? You have dealt with more than that. You're gonna keep walking down this damn street. And as I'm getting closer and closer, he is really going for it. He's like, moving around. I'm like, oh, damn. And then as I get closer and closer, I can start to hear what this guy is yelling. And he is yelling, Patti LaBelle is a showstopper. Patti LaBelle is a showstopper. And I think, wait a minute, this guy's not crazy. He's right. Patti LaBelle is a showstopper. Yeah.
Girl, normally I'd heckle you, but you know what? Patti LaBelle is a showstopper.
Exactly. Everybody, give it up for our bartender, Mr. Teddy Margas. Oh, the voluptuous majesty of Teddy Margas.
She tends in bar.
Yeah, she is. What potent potable do you have for us tonight, Mr. Teddy?
Today's potent potable I can relate to, girl. I like to call her the old queen. Girl, she old. She aged whiskey. Seltzer water, please. Some sour grapes. And what I like to do is garnish her with an extra umbrella to protect her from the shade of them young bitches.
All right.
Ooh. She bitter.
Thank you. Well, cheers to you,
Yes,
Teddy.
cheers, everyone. Bottoms up.
Are y'all ready for your next comedy queen? Yes. Miss Lady Red, who we got coming up next?
Our next comedy queen is a bottom from Pittsburgh who hates when people don't return their shopping carts to the corral. He is a sucker for an accent. English, Irish, heterosexual. He makes the best deviled eggs in LA. Please welcome Mikey Scott.
Hello. You guys having a good gay summer? I love gay summer. Milk it up because gays, we only have 3 seasons. Did you guys know that? It's summer, Halloween, and pre-summer. So enjoy them, guys. Enjoy them. How y'all doing tonight? You guys, I am so grateful to be on a gay show. I love a gay show. Do you guys love a gay show? Yeah. I do a lot of straight shows. Straight people call them shows. It's weird, right? But like, it's weird because there's a really popular joke at these shows where a straight guy gets up on stage and he's like, guys, everyone thinks I'm gay, but I'm not. I don't know if they do that because that's weird. But everyone thinks I'm gay, but I'm not gay. Like, everyone thinks I'm gay because I wear skinny jeans, but I'm not gay. Or everyone thinks I'm gay because I'm like super neat, but I'm not gay. And I'm at these shows and I want to like bro out with the bros, you know, like however bros do that. And so that's my bro impersonation. It's as good as it's gonna get, guys. So I get up on stage and I got, guys, everyone thinks I'm gay because the way I sit. Because when I sit, it's on a dick. Did I get the joke? Is that how the joke's supposed to go? I don't know. My boyfriend told me not to open with that joke. And the reason I'm telling you guys that is so that you know I have a boyfriend. Yeah. I also say that to like find out who the audience is. Because when I say I have a boyfriend, everyone has a different response. Like lesbians, you guys are so excited. You were so, like, you act like I just walked into an AA meeting for the first time. You're like, welcome. We've been expecting you. Come. Be with your people. Like, and straight people are great, like straight women especially, but straight men too now, the metros, like, they're super excited, but they're a little disappointed because they already had a gay roommate they were gonna hook me up with. Like, they had a Carl at home they were just waiting to introduce me to. Like, you're gonna love Carl. He's like a little socially awkward, but you're gonna love him. You can help him with that. I'm like, no, bitch, I'm a bottom, not an improv class, okay? Like, you can keep Carl, thank you. But that's okay, but like the gays are the worst, the gay guys. Because I'm like, hey guys, I have a boyfriend, you guys. Oh. She's got a boyfriend. I don't know why she had to tell us about it, but she's got a boyfriend. It's like I could walk in here tonight with a broken arm and a black eye and be like, my boyfriend beat me. You'd be like, oh. Just had to tell us you had a boyfriend, didn't you? I do have a boyfriend. But I spent a lot of time being single, guys. I spent a lot of time being single. I spent a lot of time looking for what my type was. I didn't know my type. And like, I was trying to figure it out. Like, there was one time I was at this restaurant because I worked there, and little detail. But like, I'm there, and my friend Bobby comes up to me, and he's like, oh my God, girl, table 17 is your type. It's your type. I said, Bobby, what about that is my type? He said, girl, it's your type. It's your type. I said, Bobby, what about that is my type? He goes, girl, little body, big head. I had no idea that my entire 20s, I was dating bobbleheads. I was just running around being like, hi, I'm Mikey. I was running around going, hi, I'm Mikey, and this is my boyfriend. And they're just like, nice to meet you. But yeah, I was just looking for my type. Like I was, you know, I went to Vegas, okay, and I met this guy, and he was from Canada, and he was great, but I couldn't date him because he was from Canada, and I can't go to Canada because I have a DUI. So I did get a DUI because I'm fun. So that's how you get a DUI. So that didn't work out. And then I went to Palm Springs, and I met this other guy who lived in San Francisco. I was like, oh my God, he's a little closer. I'm allowed in San Francisco. So we dated. It's an important thing. So we dated for like a month, and we broke up because he got really mad at me because I kept saying San Fran. Apparently, you're not allowed to say San Fran. He's like, it's not San Fran, it's SF or Bay Area. It's not San Fran. I was like, for real, bitch? Like, on the grand scheme of political correctness, like, up here for me is like making sure I use the correct pronouns for my trans friends. Thank you. Right about in the middle here is making sure when I call my friends actors, I don't use air quotes, which is also important. And way the fuck down here is San Francisco, people. Jesus. I finally met my boyfriend who lived in New York, and because it was a past boyfriend, and I'm a liberal, so I recycle. So like I found this boyfriend again. And so I started dating him, and I was like, oh my God, guys, I know my type. My type is out of town. Like, if you live super far, we would get along great. But like, it has to be, it can't be close out of town. Like, I won't go to Santa Monica. Like, I'll cross the Mississippi. I won't cross the 405. Like, it's a difference. But no, like, so I'm super happy to find him. Because before that, I was on Grindr a lot. You guys, are you familiar with Grindr? If you're not, Grindr is an app that if you want to have sex with a gay man within 300 feet, you go on Grindr, and then you find him. And I found, like, there were some crazies on Grindr. I found one guy, I'm not all about catfishing, but one guy sent me a picture and he had a lazy eye. And I'm like, I feel like you could have just photoshopped that one. Like, I wouldn't have cared when you came in and like, you know, you just click it over a few ways, but there was that one. There was one guy I saw around town and he worked for Fuller House. And I was like, that's great, he has a job. You know, and so I tried to like open with a joke to him and he didn't get it. He's like, what's that supposed to mean? And I was like, you're supposed to get humor. You work for Fuller House. And I was like, oh, you work for Fuller House. And the last one was a girl. Yeah, it was a girl on Grindr. She hit me up and she's like, just looking for my gay BFF. No, ladies, no. You don't look for your gay BFF. We find you. We are like butterflies. Hold still, we will land. But if you chase us, we're a brunch. Thank you, guys.
Yes! Comedy Queen slaying the house down, right? Yes! Oh, Teddy, are you protecting yourself from the shade of someone younger?
Yes, I'm using my parasol.
Very nice, good. Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. And from me, Teddy, Lady Red, and all our comedy queens, we want to say, bye, Queen.